Let's make dinner for a cozy date night in. Starting off with some meatballs, I'm combining some beef, veal, turkey sausage, onion, garlic, Calabrian chilies, parsley, breadcrumbs, olive oil, ricotta, eggs, salt, and pepper, and giving it a good mix before forming some balls. Into my large Dutch oven, I'm adding a generous amount of olive oil to carefully sear the meatballs without breaking them up too much. Once they all have a little bit of color on them, I'm going to add some onion and garlic into the same pot and let them get a bit fragrant before deglazing with some white wine. Once that's cooked off a little, I'm going to add some fire roasted tomatoes and then let it simmer for about an hour. For a nice smooth sauce, I'm blending things up a little before adding the meatballs back to the party. While that simmers, I'm going to get started on some fresh pasta, making a well into the flour, adding the eggs, and slowly incorporating until a shaggy dough forms. Going in with my hands, I'm going to get a nice forearm workout here and knead for about 10 minutes until I have a nice, smooth, bouncy dough. While we let that dough rest for about an hour, let's focus on some sweets. I'm plating up some strawberries with a store-bought chocolate sauce and then making these cinnamon blondie bars from a mix. Coming back to our pasta, the dough is rested, so it's time to divvy it up. I'm folding the dough in on itself a few times before using the pasta roller to roll it thinner and thinner on each setting. Once we have them super thin, I use the cutting attachment to form the noodles and toss them in some flour so they don't stick to each other. Next up, I'm putting on some salted water for the noodles and taking the meatballs out of the sauce for now. Fresh pasta only needs about 2 minutes to cook before we can transfer it into the sauce to finish. Stirring things up with some butter, adding the meatballs back to the pot, and then finishing things up with some parm and some parsley. Lastly, we table things up all cute with the salad I forgot to film, and there we have it. Happy date night!